What's up? What's up, everybody? Ken and Hotep back at it again with another one. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, let people know we live. Just wanted to get that out the way. Just waiting for a few people to get in. Man, sorry I didn't stream yesterday on the way to work. I had a lot of stuff going on yesterday. My daughter's birthday, stuff like that. We spent the better part of the day in DC. Um, took her to some beat the bomb situation, and then took her out to eat at some really expensive fucking restaurant called STK or Steak, I guess is what it's supposed to be at. You know, short for. That shit was overpriced and the food was like subpar. Bubble engine sound good. Yo.
Saturday and Sunday only.
Yo, it was good. Yeah, it's some restaurant called STK. You know what I mean? The food was like alright. The best thing I had there was the old fashioned. The old fashioned was probably the best old fashioned I've had in a long time. The food was like, it was alright. It was alright. It was overpriced. I mean, it was like, I guess it's supposed to be like a more hip Ruth's Chris, I guess, or a more hip Capitol Grill or something like that. They got a DJ, and you know, it's just, I think you're just paying for like the ambiance is how you say it. You're paying for the ambiance, and that's it. Like $75 for like a New York strip that I could have cooked way better. $75 for a New York strip that I could have cooked way better. You know what I mean? It's just diabolical. And then their Oscar style, like, you know, Capitol Grill has Oscar style, so they try to have their Oscar style. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I pay for the vibes, y'all. Like, their Oscar style was terrible. It came with, we used king crab. It was just, no thank you. You know, and my wife, she would have, it's good. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, it's just not. The mac and cheese, like they used the blue box and just threw some fucking crab meat in it. Oh, it was just not it for me. But you know, it's for the kid. You know, sweet 16. Her and her friends had a blast. You know, $700 fucking dollars later. And that does not to mention the beat the bomb where I just sat at the bar and just fucking drank until they were done. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. Protocol said Ruth Chris is the devil. But yeah, it's called STK, and like I guess it's right down the. That's not far. I guess it's like northeast DC, like Jersey Avenue. It just wasn't. Nah, I could take it or leave it. Oh, you used to work there, yo? You used to work at this place? Oh shit. Kids, I used to work there. You know, kid, a chef and shit. Come on, go ahead. Right now, I'm headed to the church. Y'all hear me cussing? Sorry, Lord. I'm headed to the church to teach a young adult class. Every Saturday at 10:30, me and the wife teach a young adult class. And I am probably gonna make it just in time. You got that going right. I live out in the suburbs. It's kind of the suburbs. It's like borderline. But hell yeah, I moved my kids out of the hood, yo. My kids grew up in the hood. Yeah, my kids growing up in the hood. Gotta give them a good life. Sometimes we give these kids too good of a life. My kids are spoiled, boy. They is spoiled. They spoiled. And all her friends spoiled. Like they sitting in like they gave them like their little private room or whatever. And like they see like, cause like I'm gonna be real, like this STK place is a nigga place. Like it's expensive, But it's just niggas, yo. Niggas all over the place. I don't think I seen a white face in the building, which is, I just was like, oh, okay, this is why everything's expensive. But you had some hood niggas in there. These dudes walked in there, you know what I mean, with these hoodies on, but the hoodies are zipped up. When I mean zipped up, like all the way around their face, and the girls are sitting there like, oh my god, they look crazy. Look at them, and I'm like, I got my hand on the glizzy just because these niggas about to try to rob the spot or something. I don't know. They just look sus. Like, how you gonna come in there? You dress like, because at first I'm like, I never been there, so I'm looking at the prices like, oh, this must have a dress code, right? Because like with Ruth Chris and Capital Grill, you kind of gotta. It's like you gotta kind of be business casual. You know what I mean? If you ain't really business casual, they kind of ask you to sit at the bar type thing. So I got my hand on my shit. Like, what these niggas doing? No, they just being niggas. They coming in, eating, whatever. But I'm trying to tell the girls, like, yo, y'all think that shit funny, but I don't. Like, you gotta keep your head on the swivel. You don't know what these dudes out here doing. You know what I mean? I was sitting next to what I'm pretty sure was a drug dealer because his henchmen or his flunkies kept coming back to get him and do other stuff. He was a cool guy. We was chatting it up, but like, I'm like, that nigga is clearly a kingpin or something here. You know what I mean? But I digress. You know what I mean? So, anyway, happy birthday to my kid. Happy birthday to my daughter. She's 16 now. You know what I mean? She's 16 now. So, back in Baltimore, back to the regular scheduled programming. Got to go make some bread to make up for the bread we spent last night. You know what I mean? Texas? No, I ain't in Texas. No, I ain't getting no 32-ounce tomahawk. No, hell no. They had a 32-ounce tomahawk. It wasn't on the It wasn't on they little menu. Avon Barksdale. Avon Barksdale. That is hilarious. No, I don't think it was Avon, but I'm sure. I mean, he was cool though. He was cool people. 190. Yeah, I'm good. I can get a tomahawk for me. I cook my own goddamn tomahawk. You give me a you give me a tomahawk, right? You give me a tomahawk and a good cast iron. I got you. I got you. There we go. So my daughter and 8 of her friends had a good time. Anyway, back to the grind. So my man Donnie T not even in office yet. Not even in office yet. He already making America great again. Stock market shot through the roof. All these foreign leaders who want these wars. You got Putin like, yeah, Trump coming. We're gonna have to, yeah, look, big dog, look. I ain't got a problem trying to facilitate a peace deal. Like, whatever you trying to do, I'm trying to do. All right. You got President Xi looking forward to trying to work out deals with Trump because he don't want them tariffs on his ass. You know what I mean? Hamas and Hezbollah, they like, oh, nah, we don't want no smoke. Whatever you say, big dog, we can work this out. The Alpha getting back in office and they about to straighten up and fly right. We already see it. It's already happening. They preparing for it. It's like when the kids is acting up and they ain't listening to mommy, and daddy walk in the room and give them that look and they shut up and they sit up straight and they sorry dad. That's what just happened. That's what just happened. That's what just happened. We on the right path and he ain't even got sworn in yet. He ain't even got sworn in yet. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My man Donnie T is affecting change already. Affecting change. Meanwhile, we got people out here, they shaving it. Like I said before, the mental illness is on full display. Why are y'all shaving y'all heads? Ladies, why are you shaving your heads because Donald Trump won? And you're shaving your heads for what? For what? What are you shaving your heads for? It just make you look batshit crazy. Malcolm said he ain't had a bad meal yet in Savannah. I heard Protocol be saying Savannah got some good eats out there. I had to get out there and check that out. But they out there shape. What's the B4 movement? Can somebody tell me what B4 stands for? What's the B4 movement? Because it apparently has something to do with these ladies, shaving their heads. I don't understand it. My child has less rights than I had. What rights have been taken away from your kid? What rights have been taken away from your daughter? Somebody tell me that, please. Please. If they're over 18, they can vote. They can go serve in the military. They can go to college. They can fucking run a company. They can be CEOs. If they got knocked up by the wrong nigga, they can go and get some fucking child support on some trumped up charges. Like, what rights have been taken away from women? Somebody please tell me that. Because if the only thing you crying about is fucking Roe versus Wade, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, me personally, I don't want the Fed. I'd rather first off, it shouldn't be a government issue. Period. To be honest with you, that should be just between you and your doctor and the good Lord. But if it's going to be some kind of regulation on it, it should be the states and not the federal fucking government. It should be the states and not the federal government. Is that what y'all fucking crying about? I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, this is ridiculous to me. We're going to shave our heads. We're not going to have sex until guys treat us with respect. That's how it's supposed to be. You shouldn't be throwing your pussy in the fucking air like sunshine because the nigga got good hair. We as men should have to earn the box. We should have to earn the box. Like, y'all just, like, that's why, like, who said it? Was it 21 Savage? I think he got asked a question like, why all this new R&B sound like disrespect music to women? Because he's like, these bitches some hoes. They don't make us respect them anymore. I'm like, damn, he ain't lying about that. I watch it, I see it, especially with these young kids. These young girls out here, a dude will talk to them greasy and they fucking eat that shit up. They eat that shit up. Chris Brown, his music, he just like, give me the pussy, bitch. And they be like, oh my God, Chris Brown, I got $1,000 to take a picture with you. Shit is wild to me. Y'all ain't lost no fucking rights. Y'all got more rights than some women in Saudi Arabia. Y'all got more rights than women in Afghanistan and Iraq and Iran and all them other places. You ain't got to walk 10 paces behind your fucking husband. You ain't gonna get stoned in the street because you didn't wear your fucking hijab, your burqa. I don't understand. What rights you fucking what rights you crying about? Meanwhile, the previous administration took your right to fucking travel because you didn't take an experimental fucking drug. They took your jobs from you because you ain't taking an experimental fucking drug. Made you sit in the house for 2 years. Then had the rest of the world chastise you and call you a fucking typhoid Mary because you wouldn't take some shit. Like, that's the shit I don't get. The previous administration that's on their way out of here, they wanted to suppress your speech. They wanted to limit the First Amendment. They wanted to abolish the Second Amendment. The fucking Fourth Amendment was on the ropes. Y'all worry about Trump coming in and taking rights. He ain't took none of your rights. Not one. Opinionated junkie in the building with the $2. Appreciate your thoughts on Larry Hogan loss. Larry Hogan is a rhino. Republican in name only. Larry Hogan is a rhino. However, what I can say about Larry Hogan is that I think Larry Hogan, with him being a rhino and a never Trumper, Larry Hogan actually governed conservatively-ish in Maryland. He actually governed conservatively-ish in Maryland. He actually was pretty fucking successful, given that Maryland is like purple. And I ain't talking about the Ravens, who need to get that secondary together, because our secondary is trash. We ain't going to the chip without a better secondary. You said SNL might go crazy tonight. You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious to me? By the way, if you new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 4,000 subs. I'm right there, y'all. I'm like right there. I think I'm at like almost. I think I just need 200 more subs for 4,000 subs. I'm almost there, y'all. Help me out now. Anyway, this is what I find crazy. Now I done lost my train of thought. I done lost my goddamn train of thought. Excuse me. Oh, this is what I find crazy. Y'all notice how all of that he's Hitler rhetoric just fucking stopped? Have y'all noticed that? He's a threat to democracy, all that shit in the mainstream media. All that shit stopped. Now what they're focused on is who to blame for the loss. You got Stephen A. Smith saying that, oh, Kamala ran a fantastic. No, she did not. No, she did not run a fantastic race. She ran a poor race. And they would say, well, she didn't have enough time to put in to win. Like, I don't think it would have mattered. You could have gave her 6 months, 8 months. You could have gave her a year, and she still would have took that L. She was not the candidate. And no, people ain't mad. Oh, she lost because she's a black woman. Nobody give a fuck if she black or if she white or if she a woman. Nobody cares about that. She just was not the person for the job. Her record in the Senate showed it, and her the way she ran her vice presidency shows it. She's not a leader. She's not a leader. She's a follower. She's a henchman. She's a yes man. That's all she is, and that's all she would have been in the White House, is a yes man to Obama. That's it. And people saw through that shit. She didn't lose because Biden didn't drop out of the race in time. She was one of the ones saying that Biden was straight. That's the funny part. They talking about, well, Biden should have dropped out of the race. And I'm like, what? Nigga, they asked her how she thought his mental health was, and she said he was top notch. He's one of the sharpest men I know. He's definitely up to the task. She capped for that shit. Now you're going to try and blame Joe Biden for her fucking failure. Get out of here. And then after that is black men and Hispanic men and uneducated white women and all this other shit. Like, no, how about just blame it on your trash fucking candidate? There are plenty of fucking Democratic politicians that probably could have gave Trump a better run for his money than she did. But they ran him out of the party. They ran them out of the party. Hell, they could have re-ran Bernie Sanders, and he probably would have gave Trump a better run for his money than Kamala Harris did. Let's be real. Let's be real. Joe Meter says, I'm a little worried, Cannon. The crazy is worse now. Oh, bro. Oh, what? Straight up. Joy McLovin in the building. Salute. Drops the salute and $10 super chat and walks away. I appreciate you, big brother. This shit is wild. Hey, yo, somebody get Euro African out of here. He's being a dickhead. Nobody got time for that shit. Y'all got my fucking moderators working and shit now. My fucking bouncers. Bounce his ass the fuck up out of here. I ain't got time for that. But they don't want to blame. They want to blame everybody but the problem. Or they want to blame everybody but not look at the issue. I guarantee you could have, if they wouldn't have ran Tulsi out or RFK out, they'd had a better chance if they'd have revisited. And RFK said he was willing to go to negotiate. If they would have revisited RFK as the candidate, he said he was willing to negotiate at the time, even after they pulled that bullshit on him. That's the crazy. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Yeah, the self-awareness is crazy. Like, she just wasn't it. I like the phrase that Schultz used. The horse ain't fast. He said the horse ain't fast. Cause it was like, well, if she had enough time, he's like the horse ain't fast. I was like, I like that. I like that shit. The dog don't hunt. I'm worried about VA. Youngkin had to veto any gun bills. VA people need to vote out legislators. Thought about moving there. Don't know now. And the reason why is that you got a lot of people moving to red states because they don't like the democratic policies from the state that they live in. But then when they get to the red state, they start voting the way that the voting for the liberal policies that they're running away from. That's what's happening. By the way, thank you for the $5. Appreciate you, bro. That's the problem. That's the problem. I got to get out of California. Oh my gosh, everything's so expensive. Everything's so expensive. Oh my gosh, they're shitting in the streets. There's needles everywhere. And what they do? They move to Houston. They move to Scottsdale. And then bring their politics right along with them. Just unaware. And then they want to keep calling Trump supporters uneducated. The funny part is that Trump garnered more black and Hispanic support than any Republican ever. You call an uneducated and shameful the people that voted for Obama twice, the people that voted for Nickel Slick, right? You calling them all these names because they just feel disenfranchised and they went with Trump. You ain't gotta be educated to see that your pockets is hurting. You don't gotta be smart to see that fucking the cost of everything has gone through the roof because of inflation. And inflation is because we keep printing money and giving it to other nations. They were fucking nose blind. Like, it was crazy. And they still don't see it. When you got Chank from Young Turks calling that shit out, even though Stephen A. Smith was capping for Kamala, he called that shit out on the V. Said the same shit. You got you got Charlemagne, who I'm not a fan of. The same shit. Like, yo, y'all just ignored the real issue and just tried to gaslight people on other issues, hoping that would have got you the election. You can't sit here and tell me that the people that voted for Obama twice and the people that voted for Biden, all of a sudden they're racist and bigoted and anti-woman and voted for Trump. You can't sit here and tell me that. That logic makes no sense. That logic makes no sense. Yeah, they calling us Nazis and some more shit. But they ain't caring about the people around the way, the people in the hood who can't afford groceries. It's either do I get gas today, or do I go to the grocery store so I can feed my kids for a couple of days? Damn, all I got is $50. I gotta just buy some bread and bologna and hope we make it through the week with this shit. Like, that's how people living right now. It's a problem. I got a family of four. We go to the grocery store. It's a fucking $500 trip. And that $500 might be lasting me just 1 week. Like, what? But women's rights. What rights have you lost? Please tell me, what rights have you lost? And don't come to me with the Roe versus Wade shit. That shit just got given to the states. And two, Trump wasn't even in office when this shit happened. That was old Nickel Slick. I'm sure they could have took this shit back to the courts, but they didn't. They wanted to run on that. Nickel Slick and Kamala Harris could have started some kind of judicial process to get Roe versus Wade back on the fucking books, but they wanted to run on it. Never let a good crisis go to waste, right? They wanted to run on that shit. This shit is crazy. They didn't lose a right. They can still go get fucking abortions. What are you talking about? That's the crazy part. They can still get abortions. We just voted on the abortion law in Maryland. They gave it back to the states. We just voted on that shit. And Maryland allow you to have a late term. Not to mention, Trump said that he's all for exceptions, life of the mother, rape or incest. And he said if a state doesn't allow for those instances, or those, it doesn't allow for those exceptions, then he's gonna implore that they allow those exceptions. I mean, you might have to fucking drive a few hours to go get your fucking abortion if you really need it. But it's a state thing. Now it's in the hands of the people and not some bureaucrats in DC. It's in the hands of the people and not bureaucrats in DC. With the Bible Belt opinionated junk, appreciate it, $2, bro. The Bible Belt, I agree. I agree. Like I said, I don't think it should be a state or federal issue. Honestly, it's a moral issue in my opinion. Like, that's between you, God, and your doctor. That's how I feel. You know, I remember I was on the Unfit Statesman's podcast. He said, "Yo, what you think about Roe versus Wade being overturned?" And this is before they overturned. This when they were talking about it. I was like, "Yo, I'm for whatever me and my wife decide that day. That's it. I'm for whatever me and my wife decide that day, and that's it." Like I said that's all that matters. You know, I said, however, if we're gonna make it an issue, it should be a state issue and not a federal issue. Period. Full stop. And the states that don't put it on the voter docket and they vote on it and they vote that shit out, then you guess what you need to do? You need to get rid of your governor. You need to get rid of your legislative, or your politicians, or your House and your Senate in your state. Straight up. Straight up. Chad, shut the fuck up. That's the stupidest shit in the world. Should slavery be a state issue? Nigga, shut up. Like, what? That's the dumbest shit in the world. Yeah, Lauren. What's up, Lauren? Use birth control. Tell the nigga to pull out. Put it on your butt. Lord, I'm sorry. But I'm serious. Tell him to pull out. Go get snipped if you don't want kids. Get on birth control. Go get the patch. Go get fucking Depo or something. There are other options out there. There are other options out there. Birth control is not, I'm sorry, abortions are not birth control. What's going to happen is y'all going to get vacuumed out enough time. Y'all going to get vacuumed out enough times that you're going to start to have complications. And then you're going to rethink that whole reproductive health care nonsense. Women get vacuumed out so much that they develop uterine fibroids and ovarian cancers and shit like that because they got all that scar tissue up there from doing that. Yeah, that's the thing. Now you got to have surgeries to get rid of the scar tissue and the cancer and all this other stuff. No, it's not reproductive health care. Let's be real. And look, if you want to get rid of your kid, then get rid of your kid. That shouldn't be nobody's issue. But let's call it what it is. Aborting a baby is you killing the baby. Be real. Just be real what it is. Be real what it is. They got money for lace fronts and Starbucks coffee, but not for birth control. The funny part is that your state, they if you got state insurance or whatever, they cover your birth control. Now I don't know how good it is. Like, I wouldn't want the state telling me what kind of birth control to take either. You know what I mean? They fuck around and put you on some shit that'll fuck you up for life. You know, but then again, if you have enough abortions, that'll fuck you up for life. If it's medically necessary, then it's medically necessary. Again, Trump already said it. He said, if the mom going to die, if the girl was raped or some incest shit, then yeah, no, No, get the abortion. He said it at the NABJ. He said it there. He said, I can't imagine. And then he said it on Rogan. I can't imagine what it would be like for a woman to be raped and then have to carry the baby to term and have the baby and for the rest of her life look at her kid and be reminded of the man that raped her. He said that. He said no, she should be able to get rid of it at that time. He said that. And I agree. I got a cousin that went through that shit. I don't know how she do it. I honestly know she love her kids. The one of the best mothers I know. I don't know how she do it. I don't know how she do it. I'm with the exceptions, and Trump said if a state ain't with the exceptions, then he gonna make sure that state's with the exception. But it's back to the states. The government shouldn't have a hand in everything. Not everything should be government mandated. If your state gets rid of abortion and you don't like it, then vote them people out. If your state had abortion on your ballot this year and they got voted out, guess what? The people spoke. But guess who didn't do it? The bureaucrats in DC didn't do it. But other than your Roe versus Wade argument, what rights have you lost? Because last I remember, he was the president for 4 years. He was the president for 4 years. And I ain't have a shackle on me. I ain't get beat up by the police. A random white man ain't spit in my face and call me a nigga. Here go whoever Gilroy is. His economy was trash. Now you're just being disingenuous. His economy was trash. First, they want to say that Trump's economy was Obama's economy. So if that was if you want to go by that logic, so you're saying Obama's economy was trash? That what we saying? But anybody with a brain knows his economy was not trash. Everybody was thriving on the Donny T. People was getting money on the Donny T. People was taking 2 and 3 vacations. Companies was giving raises out because he lowered the corporate tax rate. 91% of the lower middle class got a tax cut and a tax break and more money in their refund than under any other president. Be real. The funny part is you got trash in your fucking name. Oh, Rudy, thanks for the $9.99, bro. The Democrats, we need to let these illegals in. We can repopulate. Also, the Democrats, we need to kill our babies. 100. Somebody with trash in their name is calling Trump's economy trash. He already making America. The minute he won, the stock market went through the roof. Remember the week before? They said, what was it? How much money was it, y'all? Like $95 billion had got removed from the stock market the week prior. Tariffs are okay, Cynthia. What's her name? Cynthia Rogers. If tariffs are going to sink the economy, right? If tariffs are going to sink the economy, then why didn't Joe Biden get rid of the tariffs that Donald Trump implemented during his term? Why are they still in place if they're so bad? Explain that to me. Not to mention, he had those tariffs in place his whole 4 years. Why were we still thriving as a nation? Y'all keep pointing out, it was $7 trillion. You know where that $7 trillion came from? It came from the Democrats in the House and the Senate holding the American people and the government hostage until he signed their omnibus bill that had, oh my God, exactly $7 trillion in spending in it. I swear, y'all, you gotta love these. You gotta love these Kamala bots that come in here, yo. You got Putin, you got Xi Jinping, you got the leaders of Hamas saying, yo, look, yo, Trump, we don't want that smoke. We ready to make a deal. We ready to make a deal, Trump. We don't want the smoke. And I mean, we was just playing a little bit, but like, yeah, no, we don't like, yo, just holler at us when you get in here and let's work some shit out. It's okay. I didn't even realize you was in here. Why didn't Putin and Trump come together in the last 4 years? Trash. I'll just call you Trash because I don't know how to say your name. You don't like it, you can leave. Why didn't they come together in the last 4 years? Hmm? Why did Putin try to send his mercs into Syria to start some shit and Trump murked his mercs? Hmm? Why didn't Putin go into the Ukraine while Trump was in office? If Trump was his friend, if Trump was his cock holster, like Stephen Colbert said, why they wait till Joe Biden got in office? You know why? Because Joe Biden is weak and he was in no position to negotiate, just like China told him to his face. Well, welcome. I appreciate it. You can stay around, help me with the algorithm. Let's appreciate that. They're trash. Yeah, they lose it all the time. Albar said he wanted to smoke with the terrorists. We in good hands now. Now it's the time to hustle. This is what I'm gonna end on because I'm at the church and I gotta teach this class. Now is the time to hustle. Ain't gonna be no handouts. It's gonna be opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get money. The money gonna be flowing under Donnie T. Crypto already surging. The stock market is already surging. Now when he get in office, he's gonna roll back the regulations like he did before on opening businesses. He's gonna bring manufacturing back. Not in my pockets. I thrived under Donnie T for 4 years. What are you talking about? I thrived under Donnie T for 4 years. My pockets never looked so good. It's because of Donnie T I'm able to survive now from what he was able to do 4 years ago. A lot of us weathered this 4 year storm because we was able to get that money under him. Why I look broke now? I don't know. I don't know why I look broke. You know, that's your assumption there, Trash. You know what I mean? You know, see, this is what they do, right? They can't win an argument, so they go to ad hominems and all that other stuff. And I'll respond in kind because I don't give a fuck. You know, what's up, Albo? What's up, Jay Mauler? But like I said, it's time to hustle. When Donnie T get in office, he rolling back these regulations, right? Y'all see how they put more red tape on LLCs. Now he gonna roll that stuff back. We're gonna start being more energy independent again. That's going to bring down inflation because the energy sector also heavily controls inflation on top of printing money like it's going out of style and giving it to other countries. What's up, B, yo? Who? A tether? That's all right. I had something to say, but I'm on the Lord's grounds right now. You bought a new home under Biden? How much you pay for it, Cynthia? What's your interest rate, Cynthia? Did you buy it? Would you buy it in the first year when Biden was in office before shit hit the fan at your 2.89%, or you paying 7% on your house? Oh, you paid for. Oh, you got a $1.5 million house. Wow. Cynthia sounds like she's a fucking. Cynthia sounds like she's in the top. She's in the top what? 1%, guys. 3%. Sound like Cynthia is a little out of touch with the people, with the common folk who's struggling, with the middle class. Cynthia a little out of touch with the middle class who've been struggling for 4 years. Now we see why Cynthia has the positions that she has. Oh, goodness gracious. What's up, Champagne? Yeah, Boule. That is funny. That is funny. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You would say top 1 to 0.5%? Tariffs are going. Why didn't the tariffs sink our economy under Donald Trump then? And why does Biden still have the tariffs in place? Explain that to me, Cynthia. We got HJ Cousin in the chat. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Like I said, guys, Trump ain't in the office yet, and he already making America great again. All y'all women out here shaving your heads and talking about y'all not having sex for I don't know, for the foreseeable future, I guess. Guess what? I need some chapstick. I'm hurting right now. I'm gonna have to go to the store. I have to do that later. All your women out here talking about y'all ain't having sex because who knows why. Thank you. You're doing us a favor and you're doing yourself a favor. You shouldn't be giving out the box without the guy earning it. You shouldn't be giving out the box if the guy ain't a potential husband. Honestly, you shouldn't be having kids unless you're married. But I digress. So I'm gonna end with this. Trump 2024. We back, baby. It's time to get this money. It's time to end these wars. It's time for America to prosper again. It's time for America to be first and not on the back burner. Anyway, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream. Let people know we live. You want to donate to the channel? $Canon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Always welcome. Please Super Chat. Please $Canon Hotep. Because your boy needs some chapstick real bad. I'm like 2 seconds away from cracking and bleeding over here. You see this? Anyway. Anyway, until next time, it's Canon Hotep. That somebody just called me. Don't worry about tomorrow. I'm sorry. Don't worry about today. What? They done messed me up. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about today. Tomorrow got enough problems of his own. I'll holler at y'all.